We have to start with the undisputed crown jewel of the Iranian Air Force, the Grumman F-14 Tomcat. Yes, the exact same jet made famous by Tom Cruise in Top Gun is currently the primary air defense interceptor for Iran. How did they get them? In the 1970s, before the Islamic Revolution, Iran was one of America's closest allies. The Shah of Iran wanted the absolute best interceptor on the planet to counter Soviet MiG-25s flying over his airspace. The U.S. sold him 79 fully operational F-14A Tomcats. But when the 1979 revolution overthrew the Shah, the U.S. immediately cut off all support, assuming the highly complex Tomcats would be permanently grounded within months. They were wrong. During the brutal Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, Iranian pilots proved the absolute lethality of the Tomcat. Using the incredibly powerful AWG-9 radar, a single Iranian F-14 could track up to 24 targets simultaneously. They were armed with the devastating AIM-54 Phoenix missile. Iranian Tomcat pilot Jalal Zandi became the most successful F-14 pilot in history, scoring 11 confirmed kills against Iraqi fighters. The Iraqi Air Force was so terrified of the Tomcat's 100-mile radar range that their pilots would literally turn around and flee the moment their radar warning receivers detected an F-14. Today, keeping the swing-wing mechanisms and TF-30 engines running requires absolute engineering wizardry. Because they ran out of American Phoenix missiles decades ago, Iran successfully reverse-engineered them. They created the Fakur 90, a massive domestically produced hypersonic air-to-air missile. To this day, Iran remains the only country on the planet still actively flying the legendary F-14 Tomcat. But the Tomcats couldn't win the war alone. For the heavy lifting, Iran relies on the legendary McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II. Prior to the revolution, Iran purchased over 200 of these massive twin-engine beasts. The Phantom is a flying brick, but it is an incredibly powerful one. Powered by two General Electric J-79 turbojets, it can carry 18,000 pounds of bombs. During the Iran-Iraq War, Iranian Phantoms executed Operation Scorched Sword, flying deep into Iraqi territory at treetop level to bomb the Osirak nuclear reactor. Today, Iran has heavily modernized their surviving Phantoms, outfitting them with Chinese anti-ship missiles and modern digital displays, turning these 60-year-old Cold War relics into deadly maritime strike fighters. To complement the heavy Phantom, Iran uses the Northrop F-5E Tiger II. The F-5 was designed by the U.S. as a lightweight, affordable export fighter. It lacks the massive radar of the F-14, but in a close-quarters dogfight, its tiny visual signature and extreme agility make it a highly lethal opponent. Iran operates dozens of these jets, using them primarily for close air support and point defense. But maintaining 60-year-old American airframes is a losing battle. Recognizing this, Iran's domestic aerospace industry attempted to build their own fighter jet. The result was the Hesa-Psyche, which translates to Thunderbolt. At first glance, it looks like an American F-5 that was spliced together with an F-A-18 Hornet. Iranian engineers took the airframe of the F-5 and completely re-engineered the tail section, replacing the single vertical stabilizer with two canted twin tails. From an aerodynamic standpoint, this actually provides greater stability at high angles of attack and slightly reduces the jet's radar cross-section. Iran later followed this up with the Hesa Kosar. While Western analysts quickly pointed out that the Kosar is physically just a carbon copy of the two-seat F-5F, the true engineering feat was on the inside. Iran successfully reverse-engineered the J-85 turbojet engines entirely from scratch, calling them the Auge engine. They also ripped out the analog 1970s dials and installed a modern fourth-generation glass cockpit, proving that Iran has the industrial capacity to mass-produce their own jet components without outside help. In 1991, during the Gulf War, the United States military completely decimated Saddam Hussein's Iraqi Air Force. Facing total annihilation, Iraqi pilots made a desperate, bizarre decision. To save their aircraft from American bombs, over 100 Iraqi fighter jets fled across the border, directly into Iran. You have to remember, Iran and Iraq had just finished a brutal 8-year war against each other. But when Saddam's jets landed in Iran, the Iranian government simply confiscated them as war reparations and never gave them back. Overnight, Iran acquired a massive new fleet of completely free aircraft. The most prized possession from this defection was the French-built Dassault Mirage F-1. The Mirage F-1 is a lethal Mach 2 interceptor equipped with the advanced Serrano 4 radar. But this created an insane logistical nightmare for Iranian mechanics. They now had to maintain advanced French fighter jets with absolutely zero technical manuals, no spare parts, and no training. Along with the Mirages, Iran also absorbed a massive fleet of Iraqi Sukhoi 22 fitters in Su-25 Frogfoot ground attack jets. Through pure mechanical stubbornness, Iran successfully integrated these stolen jets into their active combat fleet, maintaining them for over 30 years without a single drop of support from their original manufacturers. In the late 1980s and 1990s, realizing their American jets couldn't fly forever, Iran pivoted to the Soviet Union. They purchased the Mikoyan MiG-29 Fulcrum.
The MiG-29 was designed as a pure frontline point defense fighter. Powered by twin Klimov RD-33 turbofans, it possesses a thrust-to-weight ratio greater than 1, meaning it can accelerate while pointing straight up. It is hyper-maneuverable, giving Iran a highly capable dogfighter to defend its capital and critical nuclear infrastructure against close-range threats. But for offensive capabilities, they bought the Sukhoi Su-24 Fencer. This is a massive, dedicated deep strike bomber. Similar to the European Tornado, the Fencer features variable geometry sweep wings and highly advanced terrain-following radar. Its sole doctrine is to fly at 800 miles per hour, just 200 feet off the ground, slip beneath enemy radar networks, and deliver massive payloads of guided munitions deep inside hostile territory. For decades, the Iranian Air Force was viewed by the West as a flying museum, a collection of outdated third and early fourth-generation fighters kept alive by duct tape and sheer willpower. But that era is officially over. Due to deepening geopolitical ties with Russia during the war in Ukraine, Iran recently secured the ultimate prize, the Sukhoi Su-35 Flanker E. This is a massive leap forward. The Su-35 is a highly advanced 4.5 generation superfighter. It completely changes the balance of power in the Middle East. The Su-35 is equipped with the devastating Irbis-E phased array radar, which can detect enemy aircraft from up to 400 kilometers away. It features 3D thrust vectoring engines, allowing it to perform physics-defying maneuvers to evade incoming missiles. More importantly, the Su-35 allows Iran to carry Russia's most advanced electronic warfare pods and ultra-long-range hypersonic air-to-air missiles. For the first time in nearly 50 years, Iran isn't just flying reverse-engineered relics, they are fielding an apex predator capable of going toe-to-toe with modern Western fighters. The Iranian Air Force is a masterclass in aerospace survival. It is an absolute Frankenstein fleet built out of pre-revolution American heavyweights, stolen Iraqi defectors, and cutting-edge Russian superfighters. They have survived total global embargoes not by folding, but by completely reverse-engineering the laws of aviation logistics. Which aircraft in Iran's bizarre fleet is your absolute favorite? Are you fascinated by the immortal F-14 Tomcats, the stolen French Mirages, or the terrifying new Su-35? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to dive deeper into the capabilities of the world's greatest jets, check out our massive documentary on the most powerful fighter jet from every country right here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and, as always, thanks for watching Flight King.